In this class, we are going to discuss about invitation writing and their replies. Invitations are of two kinds, formal and informal. Formal invitations are card format and letter format. So in this class, we'll discuss how to write formal invitation and informal invitation and how to reply them. We'll discuss about this. So first of all, let's see card format. How do we write card format? I think you have seen such invitation. Have a look at it. This is card format. How do we write it? The question can be here, you study in such and such a school, you are the head boy or head girl of your school, and the principal has asked you to draft an invitation for the annual function. So draft the invitation. Such questions are asked in class 12th in section B. So let's have a look at what's written in this invitation. Let's try to understand what is what. In the first line, if you see, the principal, staff and students in the first line. Then of Kendriya Vidyalaya number 1, Bikaner. Then request the pleasure of your company on the occasion of the annual function of the school at 10 a.m. on September 5 at this in the school auditorium, and Srimati so and so, her designation, and has kindly consented to be the chief guest and give away the prizes. And the left and bottom corner, it's written RSVP. So let's see what is this. In card format, first line will be of host. Who is the host? Now it's an annual function of a school. So the host will be the principal, the staff and students. So first line, host. Then name of institute or school or organization. Kendriya Vidyalaya number 1, Bikaner. Request the pleasure of your company. This is called standard phrase. This can be written in all kinds of invitation, which are card format. Then what's the occasion? The occasion is annual function. Then it is written occasion, the annual function of the school. Then when, what time, and day, date and time. It's on September 5, 2013 at 10 a.m., 6 p.m., whichever time. Place, where is it going to be held or organized? In the school auditorium. And since it is official function, so you will find in all official function there will be some person who will be the chief guest or who will preside over. So here name of chief guest. Chief guest. It's written separate line. Then in the next line, her designation, her or his designation. Then again the phrase has kindly consented to be the chief guest and give away the prizes. Here consented means permitted or allowed. It's a polite way of writing about the chief guest, that the chief guest has agreed to come and give away the prizes. Then if you observe left and bottom corner, RSVP. It's a French phrase. Respondez s'il vous plaît. Its meaning is please reply. Whenever we receive an invitation, it is expected from us that we should respond to the host. It is a part of our etiquette. So for that purpose, here RSVP. Who is the main organizer here? In annual function, the principal of the school. So main organizer's name or designation will come just after RSVP. At the end, you may write some instruction if you want, since it is an official function. Let's say by what time the guests have to arrive, are they allowed to carry the mobile phones. So like this, please do not carry mobile phones to the auditorium, or please be seated by this and this time, or only 2 guests are allowed with 1 invitation. Any instruction which you want to give, that you can write. So this is the way how do we write invitation. You might have observed that it's written in standard setting. Standard setting means equal space is left both sides. It's written like this. This is called standard setting. So card format invitation will be written in standard setting. You might have observed that we are allowed to use different size of fonts and style of fonts in writing invitation. So it's allowed. You can write different size of fonts and letters. Formal invitation is written always in third person. It's written in. Now if you look at the marking scheme of this question, then this question is asked for 4 marks. 4 marks. Out of 4 marks, 1 mark is there for format, 2 marks are there for content, and 1 mark is there for expression. Format means, this format means, is it written in the standard setting, host name is written, institute name is written, function is written at proper place in a proper way. This is format. And content means what you are writing. This is content. Expression means if there are 3 or more than 3 spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes, then expression marks are not awarded to you. According to the board marking scheme, 1 mark will be deducted if there is spelling error or if there are grammatical mistakes. But these should be more than 3. If more than 3 grammatical error, then this 1 mark is not awarded. So this is how we write invitation. Now, if I erase all the things which I wrote, because in your final draft, these things should not go, then finally how it will look, let me show you this thing. Means all these things we do not need to write in our final answer. So if I delete all these things, your final answer will look like this. Your final answer should be like this. This is how we write invitation, card format. Let's practice some more examples. Have a look at this question. Draft a formal invitation for housewarming ceremony of your new house. This is the address of your house and you are Mr. So and so. So how will we write? As we saw in the first example, the first line is that of host. So your host is Mr. and Mrs. So and so. In the question, this name is not given, so you may write according to you, whichever you want. Mr. So and so. Solicit your gracious presence on the auspicious occasion of. Solicit your gracious presence on the auspicious occasion of. Instead of this, you can write what we wrote in previous answer. That also you can write. Request the pleasure of your company on the auspicious occasion of. Anything you can write. Same, it doesn't make any difference. Of. Now what's the function or occasion? Graha Pravesh or housewarming ceremony. So this is the occasion or function. Of their new dwelling to be held on. On means here when. Day, date and timing. When is it going to be held? Now where is it going to be held? Means place. Next line is for place. Left and bottom corner, RSVP. Responde Silvao plate. Please respond. And who is the main organizer? Satish Sharma. His name, his mobile number. In right and bottom corner, with best wishes and compliments from friends and relatives. And then we put it in the box. See here which word is written there. Instead of writing our, it's written there. Why is it written? Because formal invitations are written in third person. Third person means he, she, they, and other things. So we do not write here our or I or we. We do not write first person, but we write third person in formal invitation. That's why it is written. So again, if I show you the final answer, then it will look like this. Draw the box. This is your final answer. We'll discuss one more example and then we'll talk about different. Have a look at this example. This is for marriage. So here the question can be like this, that your sister so and so is going to be married. Your parents are planning to marry your sister, and they have asked you to draft an invitation to be given to the friends and relatives. So draft the invitation. So see, first line, Mr. and Mrs. So, host. Request the pleasure of your company on the auspicious occasion of. Standard phrase. What's the occasion? The marriage of their daughter. Name of daughter, to whom? Bridegroom. Name of boy. And in the next line we write the parents' name of boy. Then when, date, day and timing when we want the guest to come, and which place? At the Hotel Park Plaza, JLN Mart, Jaipur. This is the place. Left and bottom corner, RSVP. Main organizer. Who is the main organizer? This one. Their address and phone number. Right and bottom corner, with best wishes and compliments from friends and relatives. And finally we put it in the box. So again, if I remove all these words which I wrote, your final draft should look like this. This is your final answer. Now let's see how to write letter format. How to write formal invitation, and that also in letter format. Let's have a look at the example. Have a look at this example. You are so and so, the president of English Literary and Debating Society of Government Senior Secondary School, sector this. This is your address, and you are going to organize what? An inter-school declamation competition. The topic is also given, and for whom it is to be organized, this is given. Now she wishes to invite Dr. Jatan Malia, an eminent educationist, to the occasion to preside over the function to be held on this. Means everything is given in the question. So how do we write? Letter format, formal invitation. See, this is the self address which is given here. Government Model Senior Secondary School, Sector 19, Chandigarh. So self address, first of all, self address, then date, then receiver's address, then subject. What's the subject? Invitation to preside over the inter-school declamation competition. This is given in the question. Then salutation. Then body of the invitation. What's that? Very simple. From the question we have picked it up. The English Literary and Declamation Society of our school is going to organize an inter-school declamation competition on the topic. It's given as it is in the question for these. Who are participating in this? Number of students from these places participating. And now we shall be honored if you kindly consent to preside over the function. When is it going to be organized? On October 5, 2013 at this time. Where is it going to be organized? Where? When? Who are participating? These are the questions which are needed to be answered in this. Because here word limit is 50. We have to take care that we should not exceed the word limit 50, because it is asked for 3 marks, sometimes 4 marks, or sometimes for 5 marks. Then complimentary closing, yours faithfully, your name, it is given in the question. We write letter format like this. Very simple. Self-address, date, receiver's address, subject, salutation, and body of the invitation, complimentary closing, your name. This way we write letter format, formal invitation. Now let's see how to write replies of these invitation. Now we will see how to reply an invitation. So formal acceptance. Formal acceptance. If we have received an invitation, how do we reply? So let's see first of all acceptance, then we'll see refusal. In the previous question, we saw that the invitation was sent. Now we are writing its reply. Have a look at this question. You are so and so from this place, an eminent educationist, and you have been invited to preside over on interjournal declamation competition by this person. This person is president of English Literary Club, and it is from Government Model Senior Secondary School, Sector 19, Chandigarh. Write a letter of acceptance. Letter of acceptance, it can be written like this in the question, or write your acceptance. This can be written. Now it's formal. This one we are writing formal. Formal means in every formal letter invitation, first of all we write self-address. So this is self-address. It's given in the question. Professor from Punjab University. It's given here. Then date. Then receiver's address. It's given. The president of English Literary Club, Government Model Senior Secondary School, Sector this. The president, Literary Club, Government Model Senior Secondary School, Sector this one. Salutation. Dear Nina. Nina, this name is given, so we are writing Dear Nina. And we discussed that formal means we use third person. So many thanks for the kind invitation to preside over the interjournal declamation competition to be held at this place. He will, not I will, he will be highly delighted to attend the function and enjoy listening to the views of his student. It will be kind, it is just additional if the official transport will be arranged. Yours sincerely, your sign. So third person is used here, not I. He will be highly delighted. When we write acceptance or refusal, in that we need to confirm the date, that this is the date on which the function, and at this place it is there. In this, the person is not able to come, so or he is able to come, so he has to confirm the date and time of function and where it is going to be organized. This is needed to be written in acceptance or refusal. Very simple. This is asked for 50 words. Now let's see how do we write refusal. Very simple. At the place he is accepting, we'll simply write enable. See at this. Formal refusal, letter type. You are so and so, same thing. You have been invited for this purpose on by them. Write a letter of refusal. Same self address, date, receiver's address. Dear Nina, this is given in the question that this person has invited you. Many thanks for the kind invitation to preside over the inter-zonal declamation competition to be held. Same. We have to confirm date and the place where it is going to be organized. This is given in the question as it is. So we write, but regrets his inability to attend the same due to some prior engagement. It will be polite way if you write the reason. Reason can be anything that due to prior engagement, due to some exam, or he has already decided to go somewhere, that reason should be given. Very small answer it is again, yours sincerely and your name. This is formal refusal, letter type. Now let's see how to write informal invitation. Informal invitations are simply letters. Letters which you have studied from the very beginning. They are informal invitation, letter format. Have a look at this question. Now let's learn how to write informal invitation. Have a look at the question. Write an informal invitation. Informal invitation. To your childhood friend, his name is given, who is in the same town, inviting him to dinner at your residence. Place is also given. Where do we have to invite? Informal invitations are simply letters. They are simply letters. In letter, first of all, here we'll write self-address. Self-address. Followed by date. And then salutation, simple. Dear Vishu or my dear Vishu, same thing. Write the name of your friend because childhood friend. So you write dear Vishu. Name, I mean to say. Now beginning can be in any way because it's informal, so the language will be informal. We will use here first and second person, not the third person. Third person is used in formal invitation. So simply, we are very happy to inform you that our family has decided to arrange a dinner tomorrow at my residence. Or simply, please join me and my family at dinner tomorrow at my residence. It can be written in any way. We may even begin like this. I'm very happy to inform you that on such and such occasion, we have decided a dinner for our friends and relatives. We may begin in any way. And one simply friendly line. It has been long since we met. I really want you to come and spend some quality time with me. I'm looking forward to your positive response. Your friend, or you may write yours sincerely. Do not put comma. Some students do this mistake that they put comma here. Do not put comma here. And one more thing, nowadays in modern style of writing, we do not put any full stop here, here or here. Means it's written without punctuation. So this is very simple. Marking scheme is same as we discussed earlier. It varies from year to year, but in 2024 it will be asked in 4 marks. 4 marks, so format is 1 mark, content is 2 marks, and expression is 1 mark. Here format means the child has written self-address, date, salutation, and complimentary closing. This include format. And content, body of the invitation, this is content. Expression, this expression means there shouldn't be any grammatical error or spelling mistake. If there are more than 3 or 4 mistakes, then this expression mark will not be awarded. So be careful not to make any mistake. Already it's a very small answer, so I hope no mistake should be made. And it's a small answer, so I prefer to put it in the box. Try to put it in the box. So this is how we write informal invitation. They are simply letters.